Hello everyone, I'm Natalia back again with another Awaken Chaos Era video. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how to farm EXP Jelly quickly in order to level up your heroes to level 70 quickly so that they'll be able to benefit from the additional attack stats, health stats, as well as the defense stats. Let's head over to the dungeon, and then if you notice this exclamation mark, you need to click on it to search for this arcade EXP Dungeon. So you click on it, and currently there's this event currently going on, which is the Jelly Madness, which lasts for 30 minutes. And it pops up randomly throughout the day. So based from the release notes, they mentioned that this EXP dungeon will be open throughout the day whenever there's hero upgrade. So currently the hero upgrade will be opening in around about 7 more minutes. So in order to benefit from this, you need to farm this Jelly Madness. In order to maximize the amount of EXP Jelly you gain, you need to enable this EXP potion so that you double up the EXP Jelly that you gain from the EXP dungeon. So currently I have it running right now, and then I'll hop over to the Arcane Dungeon and click on the Jelly Madness. Alright, so this is my team that I use to speed farm the EXP dungeon, or also known as the Jelly Madness. So Natalia is my primary damage dealer, and I have the Shield of Mercy spell in order to provide her with an additional buff. In order for this team to work, Natalia will need to have at least 4 buff or 4 positive effects on herself in order for her ultimate ability to attack all of the enemies. So as you see here, right, her Arcane Energy trait states that for every positive effect this character has, their abilities affect 1 extra enemy. If they have more than 4 positive effects, it affects all enemies. This is incorrect. It should be if Natalia has at least 4 positive effects, it will affect all enemies. So how do we get 4 positive effects on Natalia? She will get 1 buff from this arcane word. Means she will gain 2 positive effects from this arcane word, which is the attack up buff and immune buff. However, this will not trigger if she doesn't have any buff on herself when she takes her turn. So in order for this to automatically gain this buff, she will need to be equipped with a guard set. So guard set grants her a shield with strength equal to 30% of her max health for 3 turns at the start of the battle. This shield will always refresh each time she enters the battle. Alright, so guard set will provide 1 positive effect, which will trigger this arcane word to provide additional 2 more positive effect, which means there's 3 positive effect: shield buff, attack up buff, and immune buff. To get another buff, she'll need to have this Shield of Mercy. So this Shield of Mercy will act as the 4th buff on Natalia, in order for her trait to be able to attack all enemies in this dungeon, because right, this dungeon will scale up from 2 enemies up to 8 enemies for the wave. So let me demonstrate Natalia in this EXP dungeon. I'll click battle here. Alright, so as you notice, in the first round, you will start off with these two water enemies. And then once you slowly scale up to the wave, you'll increase incrementally from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and until maximum of 8 enemies here. Alright, so now the enemy increased from 2 to 3, starting from wave 4. If you are not able to farm the guard set from the Gemini Dragon, I will highly recommend you to pair Natalia with an elite hero known as Joseph. Joseph is able to provide the attack up buff and defense up buff to Natalia, and the buff lasts for 3 turns. So Natalia will have sufficient buff to be able to attack multiple enemies with her ultimate ability. And if your Natalia isn't strong enough, then you can pair Natalia with another AoE attacker such as like Hydrisia. Hydrisia is able to perform AoE attacks on these enemies. However, you need to set Hydrisia to go first in the battle to deal some damage to lower their health, the enemy's health down low enough so that Hydrisia can perform the finishing kill with her ultimate ability. Otherwise, right, her ultimate ability will not be reset. If you do not have Hydrisia, you can also use another epic hero who also is capable of performing AoE attack, who is known as Baron. Eren is a new hero that was released in the new faction known as the Visitors by Sea, so you can also use her there. Right, so the enemies has scaled up to 8 enemies here. And it requires a high amount of attack stats, critical rate, and critical damage stats. So later I'll show you how I built my Natalia. So as you notice here, right, the enemies at the final wave has around about 9,400 health. So you need to do sufficient damage to knock out all of these enemies here. Okay, so that's basically the battle here. You can also check out the battle report here. So these are the amount of damage dealt by Natalia by herself, around about 443,000. Here are the damage taken as well as the healing dealt. Alright, so this is the EXP Jelly that you gain if you enable the EXP potion. So currently the Jelly Madness is now running now. Opens during hero level up events. Let's check out the event here. Okay, the day has been reset. Okay, let me collect that later. Right, so this is the event that I was talking earlier. Oh, not this one. I think it's the Dragon Cup Rally. So the hero upgrade rally is now open. And then once this one is open, the Jelly Madness will be open as well. So these are the rewards that we'll gain. Usually there's some mastery books. One is the Elite and the Epic here. Alright, so this is an alternative team that you can use to speed farm the EXP Dungeon. So I have here is Natalia, Joseph, and Ice Wolf. Natalia is an epic hero. Joseph is an elite hero, whereas Ice Wolf is a common hero. So you need to, in order for this team to work, you need Joseph to go first to provide his buff to Natalia, the attack up buff and defense up buff. So he's speed tuned to go first in the battle. He has around about 200 speed and above. Then next will be the Ice Wolf. Ice Wolf is speed tuned to go second in the team. The Ice Wolf needs to be faster than Natalia so that he'll be able to provide an additional buff using his ultimate ability, the Roar of the Wild. This counter attack buff does not have any expiry date, so you'll stay on Natalia as long as possible until the enemies attack her. So you must not have any enemies attack her. But if your Natalia is strong enough, then she'll not be attacked by the enemies because she'll be always like one-shotting the enemy in this EXP dungeon. For the spells, you do not need to have any spells on her because Joseph and Ice Wolf will provide sufficient buff to Natalia. And Natalia is pitting to go last in the team, and as usual, you need to prioritize on her attack stats, critical rate, and critical damage so that she'll be able to one-shot the enemies. And then give her some speed so that she go before the enemies. Alright, so let me demonstrate you this team in action. Alright, so Joseph will begin the battle first by applying the attack up buff and defense up buff. And then Ice Wolf will provide the counter attack buff, followed by Natalia's immune. So now Natalia has at least 4 positive effects, and her trait will allow her ultimate ability to attack all enemies in the battlefield regardless of the amount of enemies there. So the reason we have Ice Wolf here is because, right, Natalia provides this, her passive skill provides attack up buff and defense up buff, which overrides the one that Joseph provides. So that's why we need to have another hero to provide her the buff. It could be like Ice Wolf, or if you have Hackrin, you can also use him in this team. But to speed up the run, I just use Ice Wolf. Because Ice Wolf attack animation and skill animation is much more faster than Hackrin. If your Natalia isn't strong enough, then probably you need to pair her with another damage dealer. At least that damage dealer needs to go first in the battle. Like probably you can use another elite hero, such as Celine. Or another one would be, I think Celine would be a better choice for an elite hero because she's also capable of applying AoE damage attack on the enemies there. But this is the minimum team setup for you to speedrun using Natalia. Alright, so that's the battle using this free-to-play team, Natalia, Joseph, and Ice Wolf. So let's check out. So this is a battle report. Natalia is doing most of the damage, followed by Joseph, and then Ice Wolf. No damage has been taken so far, and these are the healing dealt. Alright, so let me show you another team composition that you can use in case if you do not have Natalia on your account. This is another team alternative that you can use to speed farm the EXP Dungeon. Although this team is slightly slower compared to the second team, the Natalia. Alright, so this is a third team that you can use to speed farm the EXP Dungeon. However, this one is slightly slower because Zlux animation takes up the most time here. However, this one is achievable for most of the accounts, or most players in the... Shit. Alright, so this is the third team that you can use as an early game to mid game player in case if you do not have Natalia on your account. So I have Zlux and Joseph. Joseph will be providing the attack up buff to Zlux so that he'll be able to do sufficient damage on the first enemy, and then he'll roll up, keep on rolling against the enemies with his ultimate attack. Since Zlux is a stronger affinity or stronger element against these water enemies, he'll be dealing extra 50% more damage based from his attacks. So speed tune Joseph to go first in the battle to provide the attack up buff, and then Zlux will perform the finishing kill with his ultimate ability. His ultimate ability also resets similarly to how Natalia works. As long as he's able to perform the kill on one enemy, his ultimate ability will be reset. And the gear requirement on Zlux will be slightly lower compared to Natalia because he has the element advantage to do additional 50% more damage to these enemies here. If your Zlux isn't able to deal sufficient damage on the first enemy, then probably you can pair him with another AoE attacker such as like Hydresia, a legendary water hero that performs AoE attack. The second one that is free to play option will be Celine. You can speed tune Celine to go before Zlux to deal some AoE damage so that Zlux will be able to perform the finishing kill. If your Celine isn't able to do sufficient damage, then you can also pair Celine with another elite hero. I think it's the red guy. I'm not sure what's his name already. The guy with the red beard. You can also use him to deal some AoE damage to the enemies there. Alright, so this is the final wave using Zlux and Joseph. So the enemies here has around about 9000 health, and Zlux doesn't have any issues resolving each of them because he deals high amount of damage for every attack he does using his ultimate ability there. Alright, so that's the end of my video covering on how to speedrun the EXP Dungeon, or also known as the Jelly Madness. If you found this video helpful, do give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, you can click on the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay up to date whenever I upload a new video to this channel. And if you'd like to support me, you can donate directly to my PayPal account, or you can become a monthly subscriber at my site at patreon.com/Ayumilove. If you'd like to learn more about Awaken Chaos Era, you can visit my website at ayumilove.net. Before I end this video, I would like to add another information about this Dragon Cup rally. So currently this Dragon Cup rally has this hero upgrade rally. And if you were to click on the info tabs here, the developers have already made some changes so that we'll be able to gain additional points whenever we upgrade our heroes from level 61 all the way to level 70. So this one is only applicable for heroes that is already been advanced using the Starlit Tendril, which I'll be covering on my subsequent video. Alright, so you still benefit from these additional points, and along with the promote hero where you need to promote heroes to gain the points. This one is the traditional one where you need to promote heroes either using hero fodders or the pumpkins. Okay, but this one is something new. So do take this opportunity to farm sufficient EXP Jelly from the EXP Dungeon so that you can level up sufficient heroes for your arena teams and your PvE teams. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!